You were today years old when you found this out. Okay, firstly, you know when you've been in the shower or pool for quite some time and your fingers start to become shriveled like this? Well, it's kind of like a superpower because your fingers are adapting to having grip underwater. Oh, you know Goofy? Well, he's actually not a dog, he's a cow. This just doesn't sit right with me. Now, have you realized that all milk jugs have this dent in them and you never knew why? Well, when the milk goes bad, the dent actually pops out, so now you know not to drink it anymore. When you snap your fingers, the sound is actually created when you hit your palm, not from rubbing your fingers. Yeah, and I know you just snapped your fingers to see. This is weird. How did I never know that a flame has no shadow at all? I feel like we've all seen people in our dreams before and we don't know who they are, but it's impossible to dream about a face that doesn't exist. TikTok actually has their own emoji keyboard. Now it's time for you to try to find it. Finally, there's no reason why the alphabet is in this order. Like, who did that?
I'm about to blow your mind. Compound bucket. Step 3, line 2. Sand with a wet sponge. This is true. This literally will blow my mind. Oh my God. My entire life. The back of the bucket. Nobody thought to read the back of the bucket?
Yo, so I learned something yesterday and I need y'all to see this. Mountain gorillas will pound on their own chest whenever they perceive a threat or danger in order to seem more intimidating. And it took 23 trips around the sun for me to find out they do not sound the way you would think. This is now my favorite thing ever.
If you put cucumber in sugar, taste would be the same like a watermelon.
Let's talk about slicing tomatoes. For me, the intuitive way to look at a tomato is that this is right side up and I should cut top to bottom. But when you cut it that way, the seeds fall out and you're left with this donut looking tomato, leaving me with less juiciness on my sandwiches and seeds all over my cutting board. But just watch this. We're gonna turn it on its side and cut this direction, and then we're gonna have perfect slices every single time. I hope this gets more views than something I spent 5 hours on.
You were today years old when you found this out. Have you ever wondered of what donut shops do, like Dunkin', at the end of the day with their leftover donuts? Well, all those perfect donuts at the end of the day that haven't been eaten just get thrown away. If I worked at a donut shop, I would take all them home with me. Now, just a daily reminder for you guys, turtles are not inside their shells, they are their shells. If you have an iPhone and you text another person pew pew, it will literally shoot them lasers. This is too cute. Did you know the primary spot for mice to sleep and rest is inside a flower? They eat the pollen inside and they also feel very comfortable. I was definitely today years old when I found this out. This hole is actually meant for your straw to go through so you can make a table out of your cup. I can't be the only one who didn't know this. This is actually where the Gatorade cap goes. This makes everything so much simpler. I just figured out this today. The reason why they use the word bed is because it actually looks like a bed.
Bro, so my aunt comes over yesterday and I'm putting away my meal prep and I'm using the saran wrap to cover one of the pots. And she's like, you know, saran wrap's supposed to go in the freezer, right? I go, who? She goes, yeah, it's supposed to go in the freezer. So I put it in the freezer. Let me show you. This is for the non-believers. You see it's like cold. Bro, where have I been? It wouldn't have unwrinkled that easily if I didn't put it in the freezer.
Okay, am I the only one that didn't know this? You know that tab underneath your mirror? If you flip it, it takes all the bright lights away. What the F?
I was today years old when I found this out. It took me 21 years to realize it's hard as hail, not hard as hell. I had no clue, straight up. I was today years old when I found out about yellow watermelon. I still don't think this exists. How old were you ladies when you learned that you can peel the old layers off to reveal a new one? I never knew this, straight up. The moment you realize the division symbol is just a blank fraction with the dots replacing the numbers, this blows my mind. That the Krusty Krab is in the shape of a crab trap, this is not okay. I was today years old when I found out that Lilo means lost in Hawaiian. That's why the TV show was called Lilo and Stitch, lost and put together. Crazy.
You were today years old when you found this out. Okay, firstly, I really never knew this. Did you know Winnie the Pooh is really not a guy, it's a girl? Oh, and also talking about Winnie the Pooh, did you know all the characters in the show actually represent a different mental disorder? This makes me want to go back to my childhood and rewatch this show. Did you know cheetahs can't roar? They can only meow like your regular house cat. You think these taste good, right? Well, when you're licking or eating one of these lollipops, it's really just you swallowing your own flavored saliva. Now, no matter how hard you pinch the skin on your elbow, you're not going to feel any pain at all. I see you about to try it out. My life is complete after hearing this. If you pour yourself a glass of water right now, it's a 100% chance that one of the molecules has passed through a dinosaur. Of course, it was a long time ago, but it happened. Finally, I thought this was his actual hair the whole time, but it's actually just a hat.
I was today years old when I found out about this.
Dude, I was today years old when I found out this. So you're typing in all caps on accident, right? And you're like, oh, now I have to erase the whole sentence and redo everything. No, you don't. Control A to select all. Shift F3 to make it all lowercase. Where have I been?